If you're the kind of person that really struggles with consistency and you don't want 2026 to be the year of just repeating the same year and the same shit, then you might want to pay attention, because I've got some things that I think I can articulate to you which might just change the way you think up here. Because at the end of the day, everyone wants to do better. Everyone wants to hit more goals. Everyone wants to have more abundance. And everyone wants to become more confident, less fearful, more ambitious. But none of that shit will matter if this thing is not wired correctly. See, because mindset is the thing that is going to get you ahead in life. Your mindset is basically a set of beliefs and assumptions so powerful that your behavior conforms to them. Now, that is interesting to say and quite a mouthful to comprehend when you put it into words like that. But really what that means is whatever you believe to be true, you will follow through with. The fact is, if you want 2026 to be great, your behavior matters more than your intentions. Your behavior matters more than your ambitions. Your behavior, how you choose to act and conduct yourself in this world, will determine the results that you will get. Now, I know that's pretty self-explanatory, but however, if you're watching this and you're in a place where your behavior is not conforming to that which you want and desire, but you always seem to be fucking up and falling off the wagon, then things need to change. The truth is, you don't rise to the level of your goals. You fall to the level of your habits. There's an old martial arts quote that says in a roundabout way, during times of extreme stress, we don't rise to our expectations, we fall to our lowest level of training. Now, most people's lowest level of training is just, fuck it, I'll start the next week. Fuck it, what's the point, why bother? Fuck it, switch, fuck it, switch, fuck it, switch. Every Wednesday afternoon, while they can't be asked to cook, so they have a takeaway. Every Friday night, because there's a chance to have alcohol because you don't need to be up early the next day. Every middle of the month, starting next month. December, because January matters more. That's your level of training. If that's all you do, that's all you're going to continually get. So 2026 needs to be a year of upgrading and up-leveling. Up-leveling this, the way that you operate. Now, the thing with 2026 is that it's not going to reward hustle as such, although I very much love a hustler and hard work, and I'm very much in the category of you get out what you put in. However, many people work very, very hard for very little return, because stress, burnout, overwhelm, all this stuff will eventually play havoc on your nervous system, and it will play havoc on your ability to focus and stay clear. And it also will play havoc on your ability to present yourself to the world in a way which is valuable and effective for people to buy into whatever it is that you give, whether you offer a product or a service, or you even work for a company or a person that requires you to produce. At the end of the day, you just work, is not going to help anyone in the long run. The guy with all the money and no energy or health is a loser, an absolute loser. In 2026, energy is going to be rewarded the most. So this is where you've got to get your sleep pattern right. You've got to get your nutrition on point. You've got to get your hydration levels up. You've got to get your body fat down. You've got to start thinking that energy is the way that you're going to be able to produce in 2026. So whether you want to get out of a job that you're sick of, you want to start your own business. Maybe you want to get out of a relationship that's not serving you, and you don't quite have the confidence yet or the energy to deal with the fallout. Maybe you want to get in a situation where you handle your finances better. You don't just immediately buy all the shit to make yourself feel better. Maybe you want to get a handle on your diet so that you're not force-feeding yourself toxins and calories and chemicals that just make you feel shit and lazy and lethargic, right? You want to get a handle on all this stuff, but what comes at the center and the foundation of getting a handle on this is energy. Getting a handle on your habits, and especially those habits that help you stay energized. So rather than thinking about working your ass off this year, think about how can I actually look after my health more so that my energy is higher, and then when my energy is high, I'll be able to produce more and work harder as a result of my energy being higher. At the end of the day, there's nothing more important than you feeling good. And if you feel good, everybody benefits. So let's consider putting ourselves first and what health a priority. Another thing is that confidence is not just earned by achieving goals. I think actually the main confidence comes from being in the gym and at the food table. Now, as a standard, if you can't eat well and you can't get yourself into some kind of regular exercise routine, maybe it's dance, martial arts, gym, running, something like that. If you can't do those basics, it's going to be very difficult to stay disciplined in other areas of your life. See, people think that going to the gym's just about losing the weight, and everyone does it in January to get the pounds off and feel less bloated. But in reality, you're building disciplines, you're building habits, you're building a new identity and crafting a new idea of who you are by consistently showing up. Because if you do it religiously enough, relentlessly enough, it's not to say you have to be perfect 6 days a week, but if you want to show up 3 to 4 days a week for a period of 4, 5, 6 months minimum, you can be seriously proud that you're doing something that's hard. Because that's most people's issue, is it's actually way easier in January, really, because everyone's doing it. Dry January's popular, the gyms are popular, your mates are all up for going, you've got support, everyone's on a diet, right? It's easy when everybody's doing it. It's harder later in the year, so everybody can start off strong, but not many people can finish strong and keep going. I'm in the long-term game. I'm thinking long-term vision. I'm thinking the next 5, 10, 20, 30, 50 years of my life, right? I'm not just thinking about losing 6 pounds in the next 2 weeks. I'm thinking about longevity. I'm thinking about legacy. I'm thinking about producing something that is way more important and valuable than just something that I can show on Instagram and show off the fact that I've got quick results and I've put a little bit of effort in. I'd much rather be the 80-year-old in the gym than the guy who got shredded in 12 weeks. I mean, that's pride, right? The guy who's just keeping going. So I need you to consider this, right? You know that you probably should be eating better. You know that you probably should be getting to the gym more regularly. And it's easy in January. But if you start January and continue it further, your confidence will rise because you're doing hard things. And hard things ramp up confidence way more than easy things ever will. You don't build confidence in January. You start to build momentum in January. The confidence will come in February and beyond. So don't just consider starting off the gym in the new year as a new year, new me. Really, because it's not going to be a new year unless you change your habits and you change the way you think up here. If you want more certainty in 2026, and let's be honest, we all crave certainty. That's why we do what we do. It's one of the human needs, is certainty. It's an absolute need. We need to know that we're not going to die. We need to know that it's somewhere on track, that we're not going to feel like a failure all day, that we're not going to, do something absolutely radical or stupid that's going to fuck us up and take us off. We need certainty in many areas of our life, right? And we crave that. But if you want more certainty in 2026, which is going to actually help develop your decision making and your confidence levels, be certain of this one thing. If you just take this one thing into 2026, I guarantee you'll have a better year. Accept that it's going to be hard. That is so simple. But how many of us argue with reality? Oh, it shouldn't be this way, and it's so hard. Yes, well, do it hard. You know what? 2026 is going to be hard. It's going to be hard for everyone. If it's not hard, you're probably not pushing hard enough. You can't expect an easy life. See, successful people expect challenges. They expect problems. But what you have to develop is a warrior-like mentality. A mentality that says, I'm going to step up during hard times and do what most people won't so I can have what most people only dream about having. You don't rise to the level of your goals or your vision. You fall to the level of your standards. If you can turn up when everybody else makes excuses, if you can say, yes, I'm going to start now when everybody says next week or next Monday, you have an absolute jump start on the world, an absolute jump start. And it's easier, way easier to keep up than it is to catch up. And most people all year round play catch up. They start in January, they fail by February. Over 90% of weight loss New Year's resolutions end up failing by the month of February, which is crazy to think about. That's mad. So less than 10% of people actually consistently exercise for a period of a year or more. 10% of people. That is a small minority. So 1 in 10 of you watching this will actually manage to do it. But you could be in that 10% if you decide to accept and understand, and even I would go as far as to say, embrace the fact that 2026 will be hard. And that's okay, because hard things mean an easier life. Hard things mean that we can appreciate and get more pride at the end of doing. And also, doing hard things enables us to rise to higher levels in life and raise our own personal standards. And once that happens, we get better results. There's a very powerful phrase that says, comfort is where dreams go to die. And I feel that is very prevalent in society as a whole, but very much in terms of having a new mindset to move forward into a new year. Comfort is the enemy of progress. It is the literal downfall of modern society. We are comfortable with Amazon one-clicks, drive-thrus, fucking weight loss injections. It's all comfortable and fucking easy. Nobody wants to do the hard work anymore. I'm not saying that you should take the grafters route where life is so stressful. If you can use tools and systems and equipment to make the process easier, fair enough. But we should never really avoid hard work entirely, because hard is the foundation of your success. Finally, let me ask you this. Will 2026 be a new year for you? It won't be a new anything unless you set a new standard. You will not get your wants in this life. That's just a sad truth. You want this and you want that and you'd love this and you'd love that. You don't get your wants. You get your have-to-haves. You get your must-haves. You get your standards, no matter what. You won't always get your wants. You might work really hard and get a few wants here and there. But a lot of your wants and desires will go by the wayside, because what you'll always get is your standards. So the thing that needs to raise in 2026 is the standards. Your personal standards, your professional standards, the way you show up in the world, how you choose to invest your money, your time, your energy, your attention, what you intend, what you pay attention to, what you put energy into matters the most. If you're commenting on the Facebook posts on what's happening with the world and what's wrong with the government and all the rest, and you're not a politician, what the fuck are you doing? Wasting your time. If you're getting involved in arguments in the YouTube videos, or the arguments on TikTok or Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, anywhere that you choose to voice your opinion, and it's something that you are not directly involved in, then stop wasting your fucking time. Stop wasting your fucking energy. Start reading a book. Start watching podcasts that invite, different perspectives, that invite you to question the person you're becoming. Because if there's one thing that terrifies me, and especially in 2026, it's getting worse. Because if we are regressing, which is the opposite of progressing, if we are regressing, we are becoming more unhappy. And most of us are regressing because of our own choices and our own standards, what we're paying attention to. And if you want a better life in 2026, one of the things that terrifies me is becoming a bitter old man. A bitter older man, I should say. I don't want to be that. And I'm sure you don't want to be either. Imagine looking back over the year. Hopefully you're looking back over 2025 and you're seeing the wins and the lessons. And you see the losses as well, but you understand upon reflection it's been pretty good. Because I bet you it has if you look at it through the correct lens. If you look at a perspective of gratitude, develop an attitude of gratitude, everything changes. If you look over 2025 and think, what could I have done better? Rather than say it was shit and point the finger at this person, that person, the government, society, environment, culture, social media. Look, there's negatives everywhere, but there's also positives everywhere as well. There's an equal balance of positive and negative. There can be no without a yes somewhere else. And if there's a yes somewhere, there's a no somewhere else. Like there's an equal amount of positive and negative energy, but we get what we focus on, what we pay attention to, we give energy to, and what we give energy to expands. And if you want more great things in your life, you need to put attention and energy on the things that are going well and the things that you can do better and the things that you want to get better at, not the things that you want to complain and moan and bitch about. So if you want 2026 to be fucking great, then raise your standards. And whenever you're ready, if you've enjoyed this video, give me a click, a like, a share, whichever. Send me a DM on Facebook, Instagram, find me on YouTube, find me on anywhere that you want. And if you need help in 2026, as always, message me the word energy and I'll send you everything you need to know to work with me. Have a great, great new year. Hey, if you've enjoyed this video, don't forget to leave a like, drop a comment, and click the subscribe button and turn notifications on so you are notified of every new video that drops every single week here on the channel. And also, if you would like a free copy of my second book, Supercharged, the modern day guide to creating outstanding levels of energy, motivation, and self-control, then I've got it on audio right now. All you need to do is go to superchargedaudio.com, enter your details, and it's yours to your email inbox for free. Let's go. See you on the next video.